see if they hang on to that thing for 8 seconds. You explain to them what a second is first because they don't know. And then,
they use metric time. Yeah.
No, they don't use time at all. They have no way of measuring time.
Metric time.
There should be a metric
it's been
time.
1 kilosecond.
The seconds are shorter, but they're very precise.
We should do metric time. We should have like 100 hours in a day. We should have, or 10, and 10 minutes in an hour, or whatever it is. 100 is probably better.
I think we should go 10-day weeks, 3 weeks a month, 4 weekends, 4 days of weekend.
I don't want to discuss this again. I sent you both a YouTube channel that explains why it's perfect the way it is.
Time?
Yeah.
No, it's not. Well, how to explain leap years then?
The Jesuits.
Did the Jesuits do that? Hold on. I need Wendigoon to explain to me what the Jesuits have to do with.
The Jesuits are the ones who built the calendar into like the years, how it currently works, and they're the ones who like reform. I mean, it came off of like the Caesarean calendar, but they're the one that refined it. So as they were doing that, they were charting like, solar constellations, how time moves and stuff like that. And the way they were tracking it was by the stars, full rotations and whatnot, and found that there's a discrepancy of about a quarter of a day every year. So every 365 days after 1 quarter day, or like after 365 days, the stars had moved a quarter further within 24 hours than they should have. So they backtracked that through all of humanity's history and said, okay, well, if we factor that in, that every 4 years there's another day, then this is what the timeline looks like. So they were the ones who figured all that out and put it in the
I didn't know that.
That's why the calendar as we know it is entirely built around Christianity, AD, after death, Anno Domini, year of our Lord, and all that, because the Jesuits were, Jesuit means follower of Jesus. So that's why it's all Christian based, because they were Christians living in a monastery effectively. It's why it's built out that way.
This is one of my new favorite YouTube channels. It's called Be Smart, and they've got a 6-minute video called, I don't know,
The Brief History of Keeping Time.
Yeah, and it's like nails exactly what we're discussing in 6
Does it
minutes.
explain why there's 24 hours in a day?
Yeah, it does all that. Well, all right, so there's 24. Why they break it down into segments of 24, I guess is what you mean. Yeah.
Yes. That's my focus. I feel like there could be a metric styled time.
I think the visibility of 24 is a big part of it, and the way all those numbers come really close to making everything work in a full year long calendar.
After the show.
But yeah, I love that channel. He has he's I don't know. It's called Be Smart for a reason. They try to give you little factoids every video. It's really fun.
So you think that our Jesuit calendar is perfect?
I think it's as good as it's gonna get. I don't think it's perfect. It clearly could be perfected.
Well, you're always raving about this Jesuit calendar.
Every time I see Kyle,
every fucking day, I'm getting texts about this calendar.
Our chat is filled with how great the second is, the minutes.
Well, originally, when the calendar was first set up, it was only 10 months, which goes back to like the divisibility thing. But then they added July for Julius Caesar and August for Caesar Augustus in honor of what they did. So it was broken up to accommodate that. The months made a bit shorter and went up to 12 in honor of Rome.
I don't have a big problem with the year, right? The Earth spins about 365 times every time it orbits the sun. So there's got to be 365 days in a year, roughly.
Sure.
Yeah. That's just what you're working with. Boom. But I don't get why every day has to be 24 hours. Why it can't be something like 50 shorter hours or 100 shorter hours.
I remember having it explained why it's 24, but I forgot, and I'll just assume Kyle's right with whatever link he was talking about. Yeah.
Why is it 24, Kyle?
I'm too high to remember. You have to watch the 6-minute video. You have to watch the 6-minute video. I genuinely don't know.
Give me your best guess.
Okay. All right. My best guess is we're measuring time based on the rotation of a circle, which a sphere.
That's what it was.
It's that it breaks down perfectly into quadrants of 24.
That's it. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. It's about the math of a 360 degree sphere like as it moves throughout the day and how to time it. That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, because you've got multiple spheres.
Good job, hi Kyle.
Thanks. I do the best I can with what I've got. You know, imagine if I were on Adderall over here,
taking notes, like 2 hours from now, wanting to get in a huge argument about it, like
your fucking Flowers for Algernon or whatever, which is a movie I've never seen, but apparently it's where they give the guy medication, makes him super smart. I have seen the It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia episode where Charlie gets the same, he parodies it, but really he's just an asshole.
Flowers for Algernon was the first book I read that I loved. Every school assigned book I had read previous to that was a chore that I endured. And Flowers for Algernon was just a page turner that I couldn't get enough of.
What?
While you're recommending books, I always recommend.
Well, I was a kid. I don't know if it's
high school or middle school. Like what age
middle
group? Okay, all right, never mind. I had a theory, but continue.
Yeah, I've never read that one. How long is it? Like
it was literally like 45 years ago. No, 40 years ago. Like, I don't know.
Woody, how long was the book you read in 1985?
All right. I remember. It's easy to remember the books that I read as a kid because back then it was like, it's like this fucking thick. Can you believe they're making me read this thick?
I'm gonna look it up, but I'm gonna guess 275 pages.
Oh,
then every once in a while in school, you got a book that was like, we're reading Anne Frank's diary. Fucking 58 pages.
Those
baby.
Germans are efficient.
Firing through this. And I don't even have to read the whole thing. I just have to read the beginning, something in the middle, and then the end to make sure to write the little essay they want.